Dad and Kids Play 1. Hey everyone, this is Dad from Dad and Kids Play, and we're about to bring you a new video. This is Double Dragon 2 for the NES. So I figured since we completed the first Double Dragon game on the channel, why not play the second installment? So as far as the story goes, Billy's girlfriend Marion, who we saved from the first game, is now murdered at the beginning of this one. Now, we've been given the task of getting revenge for her untimely demise. So that's basically the story in a nutshell. So before we get started, we need to cover this menu screen first. 1P play is self-explanatory. 2P play A is where two players can play the game without friendly fire. 2P play B is where both players can hit each other. Now we have three difficulties to choose from. If you select practice, you can only go up to stage 3, then the game will end. If you choose warrior, then the game will go all the way up to stage 8. Finally, if you choose supreme master, you can complete the whole game. Anyways, choose supreme master so you can play the entire game. Here's one last piece of info before we start. If you're playing one player mode, then select 2P play B. Now start the game, take out Jimmy until all his lives are depleted. Now you will have 4 extra lives at the start of the game. At the start, take out the 2 Williams that are fast approaching from the right. Use a hyper knee attack to swiftly put an end to them. Now take out the 3rd Williams, but before we can continue, let's do a quick move list. Basic punching and kicking is a bit different in this game. So the A button is used for the left attack, while the B button is used for the right. So if you're facing left, the A button will be used for punch, while the B button will be used for a rear kick. If you face to the right, the B button will be used for punch, while the A button will become the rear kick. To do the hyper knee, press A and B buttons together after landing from a jump or after rising from a knockdown. This move is mostly what I prefer to attack with and is probably the most damaging in the entire game. To do the hyper uppercut, press the punch button after landing from a jump or after rising from a knockdown. To do the hurricane kick, press the attack button at the peak of your jump. This move is highly effective in clearing the enemies on both sides. One thing I will say, your window to do the move is very small, so your timing to execute it must be near perfect. Okay, so with that out of the way, continue to the right. 3 rompers will emerge at this point. Let's send them back to the abyss with a hyper knee. Now continue to the right and you will encounter 3 lenders. Take them all out with a hyper knee. Now 3 Williams will attack you. Use the hyper knee to blast them across the screen. When you finish, climb up the ladder so you can reach your next destination. Once on top, take out the 3 lenders that emerge from the door. Be mindful of the one with the ball and chain. Now continue to the right to face 3 more Williams here. Be careful since they have knives now. Take them out and climb up the second ladder. Take out the 2 rompers and use the hyper knee to make light work out of them. Now proceed up the final ladder. Defeat the last 4 Williams, but be careful since they're holding crowbars at this point. Okay, so Burn Off is the first boss of the game. All you need to do is to catch him with 3 hyper knees. The first 2 hyper knees will cause him to disintegrate, but he will come back afterwards. Then the last hyper knee will get the job done. Now mission complete.